Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are spending a couple months here in Bangkok and we try to try out a new area almost every time that we're here, not every time because we do have some favorite areas already, but we've been wanting to try out this particular area, Rama 9 area. So we are at Life Asok, and this place is amazing. First of all, they use facial recognition for everything, so that's how you get in, that's how you use the elevators, so there's no sneaking in. Very tight policy they have, which is great. I love that. We've got a 1-bedroom unit here, but first I'm going to show you the incredible amenities that they have here. Let's go take a look. They've got, we're on the 7th floor here. They've got some cool little kind of co-working space. This is called the Cloud in the Sky, even though it's only on the 7th floor. I guess it is sort of the sky. But take a look at this. It's really cool. So you got a desk area here, and then even have electrical outlets here. That's pretty wild. Pretty nice little space. Like 4 people would fit in here very easily, and it's also lit. They've got lights up here, several of them here. And I'm going to show you some pictures of what the pool areas look like and the gym. I am filming this part of the video after the earthquake, and unfortunately those areas are closed for repairs. I'm going to show you a picture of what those look like, and I'll tell you a little bit more about staying here and what it was like. Thank you. All right, pretty amazing, right? So let's take a look at this unit. We are here at the front door, and from here, we're going to head into the kitchen. So this is the front door here, and the kitchen is right off to the side here. And the kitchen you can seal off, like if you're cooking and you're gonna have some things that might have some smells and you wanna block that off, you can slide that slider across, which is nice. And then you've got a microwave, a hob with 2 burners, which is great. That's plenty. You're not gonna cook stuff that involves more than 2. You'll always find the washer is gonna be in the kitchen. And then the sink and a nice little fridge. And we haven't been to the store yet, so you can see it's empty. Nothing to eat. But never fear, because there are a couple of grocery stores that are very close to us. So this is nice. You've got cupboard space up here. This one's empty, which is great because we can put stuff in there, snacks and such. There's a few things in this one here, just like leftover food, you know, like salt and things like that. So this looks pretty good. This is a nice little kitchen space, move around, kind of almost a galley feel to it. Then we come out to the living room space, and this is where we put our shoes. This is the couch. And then a nice TV, and then there's more storage space up here, which I like. There's quite a bit of storage space in this unit. So quite a bit there. And then here's the dining area, which is really nice. One thing I do like is the bathroom can be accessed from the living room, and then I'll show you when we get into the bedroom from the bedroom. So that's really nice too, because if you're getting up in the middle of the night and somebody's out here, somebody being Rob, then what I can do is just use the door in the bedroom to go into the bathroom, or if he's out here and needs to go, he uses the door out here, which is really nice. So from this living, or from this dining area, we move right into the office, which is so awesome. I guess this could be a second bedroom, but they have it set up as an office, and I am not going to object to that because I don't need a second bedroom. This is really great. A lot of the videos, probably when I edit this video, it's probably going to be edited at this desk. There's tons of shelving and more storage space here. Really kind of blows my mind how much there is. Take a look at this view. Really pretty of the city. So beautiful. Very nice. And there is aircon here, aircon out here, and there's also one in here in the bedroom as well. There's also a small little balcony out here. That's really just going to be used for doing hanging your clothes to dry and so forth. Bed here, it's a queen size bed, which is nice. And then you have a big closet here, 4 panels. So you're gonna be able to fit quite a bit in there. And then it only has 1 nightstand, so no nightstand there, 1 nightstand here. Again, this is what it looks like out here. Looks very pretty. Look out there, very nice. And then let's go into the bathroom. So this is the other door I was talking about. This is the bathroom. It's pretty nice. You get the sink. I do like that it has all of this space here that we could set our toiletries and stuff on. Of course, the toilet, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but it doesn't flush like ours do at home with that little flippy handle. It has these, 1 smaller button, you'll note, 1 bigger button. The smaller button is for a smaller, like if you just pee, and if you need a bigger flush, more water, you use the bigger one, which is nice. And then a really nice shower here. Looks really great. I think this is going to be a really good space for us for a couple of months. We try to get, when we're staying for this long, we do try to get something a little bit bigger like this, because it gives us a lot more space to work in. So we're looking forward to being here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Really hope you enjoyed the tour of those amenities earlier. All right, so as I mentioned when I was down on the 7th floor at the Garden in the Cloud, I did mention that we were here. We got here a month before the earthquake here in Bangkok, and I did the apartment tour, but I wanted to show you just a couple of spots where there are some cracks. I'm sure they're going to address these, but just thought I'd show you what was in this particular unit. We are on the 35th floor, and there is an emergency exit right outside the door from this particular apartment, right around the corner. And they do seem to be doing quite a bit of repairs just all around the building. You see repair people all over the place, lots of cleaning, lots of stuff going on. So this is probably this is definitely the worst spot. I don't know if it conveys how that looks. If I get a little bit closer to it and just kind of see what that looks like. And you can kind of see all along the edge of the ceiling here, if you follow it all along, there's a crack all the way there, and then part of the way right there, not quite to the door. So that's pretty much the worst of it there. You can kind of see where the white, where the paint has chipped off or whatever. And then this crack here actually comes down here all the way down there, and then there's another one that crosses on this side. That's kind of the worst spot there. There is a spot, the bathroom was totally fine, no cracks there. There is a spot here in the kitchen also. Here, you can see the beginning of the crack here. Up the wall, you can kind of start to see behind the drywall here and up into the concrete area right here. And then you can see a little bit, I don't know if you can tell here, where it's buckled a little bit right here. I don't hear any creaking and cracking is the plus thing. And then here. So there's still some damage in all of the apartments. Like I said, I've passed quite a few of the workers that are definitely working on that. Okay guys, I don't usually do a wrap up on apartment tours, but just thought I would share a little bit. We did stay at this apartment before, during, and after the earthquake here in Bangkok, Thailand. So just kind of give you a little recap. The host of this particular unit was incredibly helpful, not just before, but during, and just keeping us updated the entire time of everything that was being put out by the juristic office, letting us know, what the process was and everything. There's a minimal damage, it looked like. Mostly it looked like cosmetic on the actual unit. I didn't inspect, since I'm not a specialist, the rest of the building, but it looked like there was still plenty of people coming and going from the building. The lobby looked like it was in perfect shape, like nothing had happened. Everything looked totally normal down there. And all the co-working spaces, the only thing they were, I think, still working on at that time when I recorded was still the pool, which is why I just I showed you a picture of what the pool looks like instead of showing you the actual pool live, because I didn't record it before the earthquake, so I didn't get a chance to go back up and record it to show it to you, but I showed you a picture of it and what that looks like, and the gym as well. But I trust that they, maybe by the time this video goes live, have already fixed it and opened it back up. But we did have a very good stay here. We really did actually enjoy the facial recognition coming and going from the building. It was so great because everywhere you went, just facial recognition to get in and out of all the different doorways. Super easy to do that. Also to operate the elevators, it was great. Because you just scanned and then, punch your number and you go right there. Same thing for accessing all the different areas as well in the building. So it was super easy to not have to worry about a key or a key card, or, a lot of times they only give you one, so we didn't have to worry about it. We just paid the extra to scan both of our faces so that we could come and go as we pleased. And then it was just a code to punch into the apartment, so that was easy as well. So hopefully this was a helpful video to you. If you have questions, leave those down in the comments, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more from Asia. And if you liked it, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next time.